And the fact also that if you did go with Hushed Whispers, Dorian has a lot more things to say in Haven before you go to Skyhold. Whereas with Cole, he doesn't have nearly as much things to say versus Dorian when he's in Haven earlier. So I think that BioWare could have done a much better job to make those two missions, side missions, not side missions, but like branches of the main storyline more equal, because it just feels like there was more emphasis on Hushed Whispers. That the also the fact that the trailer, not the trailer, but the cutscene with Leliana was shown in the trailer, and not the Champions of the Just. Well, no, that's not true. They did show one thing with the Champions of the Just when the doppelganger, your doppelganger. Okay, so that I take that back. But even so, it just feels like they spent more time with it. I don't know if you guys agree. I'm curious if you guys agree with that.
Heard there was a big demon at the Seeker Fortress. Gotta say, I don't mind missing that.
Yeah, he's not a big demon fan.
Messing around.
I'll protect you. It was worth the risk. Maybe it never stopped. You killed it.
For all you know, the demon never stopped. And there was
I'm messing with Iron Bull.
Oh, now I'm gonna spend the rest of the day thinking about it. Thanks.
It was worth it.
Anyway, with the Templars on board, hopefully we can close that breach.
Sorry, Iron Bull.
Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
It was worth it giving him a hard time. I see Elle and Iron Bull having that type of relationship where she just teases him incessantly because it's fun.
I've been meaning to thank you.
About what?
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
Oh, it was a good cause.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled.
Oh, thank you.
I have great admiration for you, and I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
Oh, wow.
I would never have guessed that you admire me.
Of course I do. You have the world at your feet, myself included.
Wow, this is totally different from Andy. Andy and Blackwall just they didn't go very well by the end.
So you take your cue from everyone else. What if they despised me?
If that were to happen, I would reject the world for lacking in good taste.
Oh, Blackwall.
Perhaps we could continue as we are. Us against them.
Whoa, Blackwall.
We should return to our duties before I get too carried away.
Well, okay.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
That seems to be a little bit of a disconnect. I think that dialogue could have been handled differently if Blackwall approves of us as much as he seems to.
Cole, or whatever you call yourself, may have helped at Theronfall, but that doesn't mean we should trust him.
I trust him, though.
I will vouch for Cole's character. Give him a chance.
I'd rather he keep away from me. I suppose my concerns can wait. We must focus on the breach.
Don't be like that,
the
Cullen.
Templars are making final preparations. After what happened with the Lord Seeker, they're eager to prove themselves.
The Templars aren't responsible for what happened at Theronfall. They have every right to be here.
I do not question those joining us. Only those who betrayed them first. I knew parts of the Order were corrupt, but Red Lyrium? What were they thinking? If you had not gone to Theronfall, there would have been no one left to save.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend. Yes?
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
I require something, Cullen. I definitely require something of you.
Something must be done, immediately.
Nothing will be done.
Commander Cullen said the same thing. It's an outrage. There are mages here we know are guilty of heinous crimes. You would let that pass?
Yes, as will you. We are not here to coddle the Order. You are an ally. Act like one.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
I love Cassandra. So not what I expected originally from her when I first started playing this game, and I love her!
It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The Templars need to learn they have other uses than hunting mages. It's not easy for them. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Flatter her. You got us here. I am pretty clever, just remember that.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
So, the Templars joined the Inquisition. Even with Cullen here, I never thought that would happen. Of course, after Kirkwall, I never thought anyone would use red lyrium on purpose either. The Templars should know better than anyone what that shit does to people. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
Yeah.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
I'd like to keep hoping it's a coincidence, if you don't mind. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Honestly, I think I'll give up sleeping for the foreseeable future. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Catch my breath, have a party, anything but celebrate. And what's next?
I was planning to put my feet up, maybe grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy.
Just the next
If
hour.
the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
So the Templars will put their powers to use, sealing the breach. Any group corrupted by a demon must be watched carefully. At least they know how to fight.
I expected an apostate mage would hate Templars.
They have flaws, but I try to understand them. You cannot change anything without understanding.
You're a surprising person, Solus.
This campaign promises to be full of surprises. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
Because he knows
The Elder
something.
One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again with the Templars. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
It is good that you salvaged as many Templars as you did, my dear.
Thank you, Vivian.
We will need every Templar, but they will require proper management.
Of course.
We also need to increase our lyrium supplies considerably. The Chantry may still have stockpiles we can use.
Cullen will look into it. He must already have a supply line.
He undoubtedly did. But it was established before the Divine Conclave. The situation has changed. The breach has done more than disfigure the sky. The veil itself is broken. All mages, no matter how skilled, are now in danger of drawing demons to them. Before this crisis is over, you may find that Templars, flawed as they may be, are all that stand between us and chaos.
It's a good idea to plan for trouble.
I'm glad you understand. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
You're preaching to the choir, Vivian.
Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
We need mages in the chantry.
Mages shouldn't be kept out of the chantry. Who knows the dangers of magic better than a mage?
A curious idea. Such twists and turns your mind takes. It's something to consider, my dear.
Wow, Vivian and Elle are unlike Art and Andy. Vivian and Elle are turning into major BFFs. This is really surprising. Yeah, these two really. It's really cool to find out as I play different Inquisitors who the Inquisitor actually becomes close with and who they don't become as close with, and it's just really cool to see this kind of bond forming between these two women, because it didn't seem like any of my other Inquisitors formed those bonds with them as well. And the same thing with Sarah. Like Art and Elle, they didn't really. They clashed a bit with Sarah, whereas Andy was perfectly awesome with Sarah. So I love that. I love that, the differences in the dynamics. Every Inquisitor is different. All right, folks, it's time. In your heart shall burn.
The elite of the Templars are ready, Herald. Be certain you are prepared for the assault on the breach.
Colin.
We cannot know how you will be affected.
I'm sure you'll protect me, Colin. Arguably probably many people's favorite mission. It certainly is my favorite mission in the game. And I love how it happens before the game even gets started, really. I'll be so happy. The real reason why I'm excited for this is so that I can finally run around my stronghold without my gray pajamas. That is really the main reason why I'm excited about this. So I'm trying to choose characters that I don't think I chose in previous playthroughs, either with Art and Andy and In Your Heart Shall Burn, and I'm pretty sure Cassandra, Varric, and Vivienne, I think, are characters that I didn't bring with me. So this actually plays up really well, because we've got a warrior, we've got a rogue, a offensive mage, and a defensive mage, since Vivienne is my spirit mage, so we're gonna go with that. Oh, my pajamas. My pajamas.
Templars!
Focus past the Herald. Let her will draw from you.
You shall not pass! I've said it in every other video, I might as well say it one more time.
Did it.
Huzzah! Let's party so we can all, you know, move on to a much better stronghold. Yay! bliss, happiness, mirth, merriment. We did well, Elle, but it's just beginning, as you know. Hey, Cassie.
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory.
Thank you.
Word of your heroism has spread.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory of Alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that Alliance will need new focus.
And here it comes now.
Forces approaching! To arms!
Cut short.
What?
Boo.
We must get to the gates!
Alright.
I knew it was too easy.
Save the supply cache.
What threat could the ground hold? You've already conquered the sky.
What's going on?
We're gonna see how
Cullen?
Dorian handles this.
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Under what banner?
None.
None?
If someone could open this, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, Dorian is back. He's returned. Hey there, sweetums.
I'm here to warn you. Fashionably late, I'm afraid. Might exhausted. Don't mind me. There you are. I came to tell you what happened with the mages at Redcliffe. You're not going to like it.
Yeah, well.
They are under the command of the Venatori, in service to something called the Elder One. The woman is Calpurnia. She commands the Venatori.
Okay.
That.
I'm glad that Dorian didn't pretend that we never met, so... Oh, hey, Curry. Griffy Spit. I'm gonna defeat you for a third time, just so you know.
Already marching on Haven. I risked my life to get here first.
Cullen, give me a plan. Anything.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Soldiers, gather the villagers! Fortify and watch for advanced forces! Inquisition! With the Herald! For your lives! For all of us!
Woo! Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh boy.
Move! Keep going! The chantry is your shelter!
I love Vivian's outfit in this. The yellow gold on her white outfit.
A brave man. He stood against a Venatori. Briefly, I am no Templar.
Herald, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us. There has been no communication, no demands. Only advance after advance.
Yeah.
There was no bargaining with the mages either. This Elder One takes what it wants. From what I gathered in Redcliffe, it marched all of this way to take your herald.
If it will save these people, he can have me.
An assassin might take you up on that, but this force has not seemed concerned about specifics. And such a promising start with the landslide.
You like that, huh, Dorian?
If only trebuchets remained an option.
They are. If we turn the last of them to the mountains above us.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
This is not survivable now. The only choice left is how spitefully we end this.
Well, that's not acceptable. I didn't race here only to have you drop rocks on my head.
Should we submit? Let him kill us?
dying is typically a last resort, not first. For a Templar, you think like a blood mage.
There is
Oh,
a path.
Dorian.
You wouldn't know it was there unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
What are you on about, Roderick?
It was whim that I walked the path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers. I don't know, Harold. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident. You could be more.
That's what Elle's thinking.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape?
The power of pink will
Perhaps you
prevail.
can surprise the Elder One.
Inquisition! Follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Harold, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Roderick.
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
There he is.
Move! Now!
Oh, there he is. Right on cue. Don't glare at me like that.
Enough! Pretender, you toy with forces beyond your ken. No more.
No more! Why are you doing this? What purpose could this serve?
Because you are my enemy. Because you stand in the way of destined power. Because I can.
Nah, not really. You're not doing a
Know
very good
me.
job.
Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You will kneel.
You must want something. Say it and you'll have it.
I ask for nothing, because it is not in your power to give. But that will not stop me. I am here for the anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens.
Ooh, poor Elle.
You used the anchor to undo my work. The gall.
It's the boon from Andraste. She saved my life.
Then your lady wished me to kill you. For her boon is a beacon I cannot let escape. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person.
Wow, he's tall.
I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion Wither to Winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
Whoa! Ow.
The anchor is permanent. You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires.
So she knows they're safe.
And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
Not today, Corypheus. This game would be really short if I did.
You expect us to surrender and kneel. We will not. You'll face us all. When we choose!
You tell him, El.